Evening to all of you. So hope you all are doing great, and let me tell you what exactly we are going to do today. Okay, so far what we have gone through, the very basic database architecture, like three component. One is the memory component, then the processor, then the disk. So in the Oracle database turn, what are the things? SDA we have gone through, background process we have gone through, and different data files we have gone through. We have gone through different memory component, whatever the major stuff that is we have gone through. Number two, we have gone through the explicit processes like S1, PMON, DBWR, LGWR, then CKPT, archiver, all those kind of things. And we are having different type of file like read log file, data file, and the control file. So we have at least one line in control file. Then we are having the read log file. Some basic idea is there. So whatever time we are going to spend, we are going to spend the type of data file we have. Little bit idea, not much more detail. Much more detail on due course of time, definitely we are going. So again, what I'm going to do today in the physical part, that the disk part, the file part, we are going to have again a little bit more discussion, maybe starting from a nomenclature and the purpose of different data files. We didn't discuss different type of data files. So as a whole, one component we will pick, and that component called data file. Then what are the different type of data file? Not the purpose, name. Okay, maybe one line about the purpose, but right now the purpose part will not be clear to all of you because just we are starting. So remember the name only, or just get familiar with the name. But once we will go for all these small components, when we will just again recap everything, just like yesterday we did. Same thing we will do after maybe few sessions. So on that time, the thing will be crystal clear to all of you. You can able to visualize each and every component, memory, the processes, the data files, even the connection, and while making connection from the client to the database server, again some areas there. So that also getting cleared. So the right now what sequence we are following? We're following to just one extra component we are adding and making the complete, as a whole, the complete knowledge we will be getting, not at day 1, day 2, day 3. Ultimately, it is going to take some time. Okay, so first part we are going to do this data file part, and second part, how we are going to check all these files. Just like we discussed something called memory part, right? If somebody will ask us, okay, how much memory your Oracle database is using, how we are going to answer this? So definitely we have some command or set of SQL statement. If we will run that SQL statement, you will be getting the answer. What answer? What is the memory size for database? Again, in memory, we are having different component. Say, for example, what is the size of SDA? Or maybe what is the size of database buffer cache? Right now, you all have, that means in last few sessions, you came to know something called database buffer cache, something called redo log buffer, something called Java pull or large pull. If somebody will ask us, because it's a memory, it's a subcomponent of that SDA, how to find out those if that question comes? Same question. And the data file, suppose it's a disk part, right? What is the size of the data file? If somebody will ask us, how to find out? Even how to find out the database startup date time. How you'll able to explain? Next, somebody will ask us, may ask that, okay, can you please help me to understand in last 1 month, how many number of time database was down or up? See, these are the basic question, and that is the actual work we are doing in our day-to-day activity. So if you'll able to feel it, if you'll able to relate it, okay, these are the kind of work we have to do. The moment I'll put the command, it is going to be there forever, okay? To check the database in last 1 month, how many number of time database was down or database was up. If somebody will ask me, or my senior or my boss will ask, well, can you please check? How we will do? Is there any command, or is there any place we have to go to check? So why I'm sharing this few small incident, because that is the actual thing we have to know. So if you will know the scenario, you will be able to find out with your own. If I'll put these question, you'll able to get the answer. But who will put this question in front of you all? Again, I'm keeping in mind, you guys are fresher, having this little experience, maybe if you are working in this database admin domain. So until unless this question will not come, how you'll find the answer? In Google, everything is there. But to find these kind, the question what I'm asking is, maybe is there, but tough to understand. So that is the reason I'm sharing this. And on the basis of that, whatever last 5 minutes I discussed, the same thing I'm going to show you step by step. So 3 steps I'm going to show. Number 1, the data file part, little detail nomenclature wise we'll say. Number 2, how to find out the name or the file location or the size of the memory, that how to find out. The third special thing, and the third is, given a scenario, somebody will ask, okay, in last 1 month, how many number of time database was up or down or restart? How many number of time database restarted last 1 month or 2 months or 3 months? Maybe month is number, maybe 1 year. Is there any way? Is it possible? Yes or no? If yes, how? If no, well and good. So how to check all these basic things? Okay, and in the meanwhile, guys, if any one of you are having any question, any doubt, okay, it's going on top of your head or something, you can put in the chat box. Maybe you are on Facebook or maybe on YouTube. My team will definitely try to help you guys with that. Okay, so don't think that, okay, if I'm, and if somebody is just here watching very first time, you can just go to our YouTube channel. Link is already there. Already session 1, DBA session 1, 2, 3. Today we are doing the 4th session. In case you are curious to know about this, okay. So let me start. And again, whatever the basic question, Zoom link is there for a handful of guys who are eligible for this. You can have your question in the Zoom session. But again, without Zoom, whoever is there, put the question in the chat. My team will definitely get back to you. So let me share my screen and give me 1 minute, okay? So okay, hope you all are getting my screen. And coming back to our diagram, just give me, let me extract the diagram. This is, you can say, our main, one of the main part. Okay, so that main part, where it's gone. Okay, let me just draw it. It will take hardly a minute. I'm not going to write everything. Okay, so we all know by what is this? It's already known to us. This, because memory part and background process part, I'm not going to put in detail. Okay, only the data file part I'll take, and I will just give a more cross-sectional view about the data file. Okay, so this thing is there. This I'm just putting the block diagram only. Okay, so and you will be able to relate. Somebody, if you are having a very first time or you are joining, you can go and watch the recording. That is in the channel. Session 1, 2, you can watch. Okay, so it is very, very easy. And in this background processes, I'm just going to put few only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now in the data file, sorry, let me go back to this. In data file part, then the control file, and then the read log file. These things are there. In this, apart from that, we have outside one password file and one is parameter file. So today we are going to control file. We know what I said, just for a quick reference or a refreshment. Control file is going to take the status of entire or data file and the read log file status, how much it's written or all those. Okay, so that is the control file. What I said about read log is whatever is there, the buffer, read log buffer data is getting transferred and kept into this. Why? What is the purpose of it? It will help us to do recovery. What is recovery? We don't know right now. As a layman or as a just little knowledge wise, in case database crash, some issues will be there, database will corrupt, this file is going to make a very key role to recover the database. That's it. One line you just keep with you. Don't try to mug so many things. If you are good with one line, you will be able to answer this. If you read it, maybe any document, you will be able to relate. And that one line is enough at least to start with. Because every day, if you all are, whoever is regular in this session, you all are just at least feeling the same thing almost we are repeating daily basis. But yes, true. A little extra, little extra, little extra. So today also you all are going to get little extra. Now, what exactly I'm doing right now? Okay, I'm going to just give you guys some idea about this two part. That means which two part we are going to discuss in detail. I'm just writing here. That is data file. Let me increase the font size a little bit. Data file. Okay. One is a data file. Which part is data file we are referring? This one. Okay. So this is data file. And another one is this, and this I'm referring to, this is known as parameter file. It's very, very important. This is first time we are going to discuss in detail. So what this parameter file is all about, we will discuss. Okay. Okay. This parameter file. Now, in this data file, we are going to have, right now, we are going to discuss many different type of data files are there under that. And each and every file means what? Putting some data, right? But different type of data we are going to put. Why different type? To make this database work flawlessly. Oracle have designed those file architecture. Different type of file for different type of content, different type of data. Some is genuine original data, what we are writing, maybe banking or those, and few files that are supportive. That supportive file will help to keep this data in a much more secure way. Okay, so what all are the different type of data files we have that we are going to discuss. Okay, so the focus area for next 10 minutes about type of data file. That's it. Okay, now if you think what all are the data files, so I'm just putting, and this is maybe today only I'm showing, not daily wise I'll put all these things. Okay, so the first one, okay, let me, I'm putting number 1, then 2, then 3. What this 1, 2, 3? Okay, so this 1 is first, definitely is known as system file. Number 2, sys ops file. Again, I'm repeating all this file, definitely data, but different type of data, keeping in mind the architecture of database to maintain, to manifest the purpose. Okay, so some supporting files, some the file where actual data, user data is being kept. Okay, so why system? That question might come. To start with, it came to me. Okay, it is coming to everyone. So as I mentioned, we are getting familiar with the nomenclature of the. So there are so many things are there, right? Slowly we are going to just get all those that new keyword in our brain. So when we will speak after a couple of days while discussing the real life scenario, you'll able to relate. You'll able to relate this picture. Okay, so system, sysocs, what else? Next one is user data file. What next? Undo file. What else? Temp file. These are the things. Okay. Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the? As I mentioned, the files. Each and every file is having their own role and responsibility. So slowly we will come to role and responsibility. But if you'll ask me that, sir, where is the actual data? That means if you're talking about banking, so all the users' data will be kept where? In which category? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you said, where it is falling under. So it is going to fall under this one, under 3. And this user data can be 10, 15, 20, 100, 500, maybe 1,000, depends configuration. But all this system 1 or maybe sysocs, that means 1, 2, 4, 5. How many number of file that can be? Very practical scenario wise, not sake of argument. What is the number of file system or SysOps or this 2, maybe 1 or 2 day file. That's it, not more than that. Same for SysOps, same for system. Undo maybe 5, 6, 7. Right? Default is 1 only. Temp also maybe 5, 6. So it cannot be more than 5 or 6. It can be, but as per the real live scenario in the data center where we are working, this is the standard. Exceptional cases is maybe more little, but not like 100 to 100. But 100 to 100 will be there for point number 3. 3 means I'm referring to user data. Okay, and again, this is one of the core architecture. Now we are having different type of higher architecture for real application cluster or rack, we used to say. Okay, so again, base concept is just same. So that's what the core DBA part is, one of the key part. If we will learn this core part, we are done 80% of the entire thing. The advanced part is only 20%. So just I have little idea. Maybe I'm fresher working as a DBA in some XYG company. Advanced part means what are the things I can treat or I can learn, so I can claim myself, yes, in database. That is the Oracle DBA part. I know substantial amount or as a whole. So other than this core part, data guard is there. Now again, what is data guard? I'm not going to tell you that. Just I'm giving you the main key point. Data guard, yes, we have to know. How long it will take to learn? If you know core DBA, maybe 4 to 5 days, provided somebody is giving guidance. Alone, maybe a month or maybe 2, depends. I cannot say. Next, what? Real application cluster. That, yes, it's the advanced part. Again, how long it will take? Definitely half of the time what the core DBA part we are going to have. Okay, so if you're taking maybe 80 hours for this, maybe 40 hours is enough to at least have the complete holistic picture. What else? Data guard, I said. Rack means real application. What else? Golden Gate is there. What is Golden Gate? Golden Gate means it's a just name. It's a Golden Gate. It's not like this is one of the, you can say it's a software. It's a tool that will help mainly into database migration. Mainly. Apart from that, or you can say cross-sectional or cross-platform data migration. So that is only use. One of the main great feature of this is this. Other than that, maybe syncing one database with other and all those. So that advanced part, definitely I'm not going to take. But if you might be curious with all these names, that's what I'm trying to share here. But coming back to our normal discussion, this 5 thing or 5 type of files. So 1, 2, 3. Then let me make it 4, 5, and then I'll just tell you a little bit more about. This is 4, and the last one is 5. And here, what we are, this is 4 and 5. Now you can relate which name is what. So only now, apart from that, these are very crucial files. All these files. So what will happen if this system file will not be there? If this file is not there, it's as good as your database is not there in the system. Just like you have very expensive vehicle, maybe a 4-wheeler or maybe big Volvo buses, and you don't have wheel or tire in this vehicle, what will happen? Will it run? Same thing here. Entire database will not work. It might happen that out of 100 user data file, if it is missing 1 or 2, maybe 1% or 2% of the entire operation will be affected. But system, sysocs, you cannot. This is gone, means no database. Such an important file is this. So 2 term I'm just going to put in front of you guys. That we will include it slowly in the consecutive chapters or sessions. And that is because to start with my career, or almost everyone, maybe I came across a handful of professionals who are having 2-3 years of experience. And if you will ask the difference or the relation between these two, we fail to answer. Such an important part is this. Okay, so you might be thinking, sir, they don't know they're working. Yes, that's okay. Everybody is not here to knowing everything, right? So some part, but yes, we should know this. Okay, and the point what I'm trying to make is this. Let me change the color. And this is Tablespace. The very first time I'm using this. Okay. So Tablespace, and this I have used earlier in past also. And today also I have used. Okay. It's already there in the bottom. Tablespace, data file. Question is, what is the relation between these two? Are both same or different? Are both same or different? Different, definitely it's different, but what is the relation between these two? And that question you keep in your mind. I'll tell you the answer, but not now. So ultimately, what is the takeaway for last 1 minute? 2 things I said. Data file, already known to us. Tablespace is the new guest. What is the relation between Tablespace and data file? That is the question. Okay, if question, you keep in mind the answer the moment I'll tell, you'll be able to relate it. Okay, so this is one thing we will come slowly, not today only, when in due course of time we'll see. And apart from this, one of the very tiny file is there in our database. And if that database is that tiny file, maybe in few, not MB, even few KB only. Few KB only, if that file, such an important file, if that file is not available, database will not. Come what may, everything is there, database will not up to start with at least. If database is up, if you remove it, well and good. Again, it will be needed in the next time when you are starting. So question one, what I'm trying to put in front of you all is one file is there known as parameter file. Question, sir, what is parameter? Why this parameter file we are saying parameter or something? What is the importance of it? What is the use of it? So use wise, make a note that this file is needed when we are starting our database. Starting means we have already gone through, like we are setting the environment, giving SQL plus, then sys DBA, hit enter, startup command. If this file known as this parameter file is not or missing in your database will not be in position to start. As I mentioned, it's a few KB only. I'll show you. Maybe maximum what? Average 100 line? Average, maybe a little more or less. 100 line? Only 100 line. Such an important this file is. So this parameter file used to help us to start the database. Start a database means what? You guys might be thinking, sir, why you are saying this starting the database? Why? It's simple, just give one command, it will up and running. That's true. What if that file is missing? And that the moment you are setting environment, everything is doing, and startup command you are giving and database is not running. What you will do then? And you know the importance of the database. If it will not up, entire company operation will be on halt. Whatever big, as I shared in the last few sessions, maybe flight operations will be on stop, means halt, stand still. If your database is down, the moment you are going to start, it is giving error. How to troubleshoot it? So one of the part, this is going to play very important role, and that is the reason we are keep discussing this thing on small component. And if these small part is clear to you all, the rest is it's a maybe clerk job only. Okay, so the question here will be, what is parameter file? Parameter file is one of the very important file that is being used in the database, needed to start the database. That's it. What is inside, how it is helping to start the database, why it is not going to start if this parameter, this file is missing. Slowly we will come to know. So don't worry about that. Few of you might be thinking, sir, everything will be, we will come to know slowly later on. So what we are learning? So we are learning those nomenclature, the name, what I am, tablespace, you never heard. Sysops, you never heard this. System, you never heard. Undo, you never heard. So these are the introduction. These are the keyword. On the daily basis, all the professionals are using in database administrative field. Daily basis. It's a ABC for us. And that is the reason ABC is very, it's a taking a little longer time than Word or something. And that's what we are spending a little more time in it. And the value of it, this small thing, you'll come to know in the consecutive chapter. Everything will be crystal clear for you. Whatever else say, speak, then and then you guys will be able to relate, okay, Upendra is saying this, oh, this is for this. So this pictures will give us that clarity. And not only, this thing is not only in Oracle, you go for maybe SQL Server. If few of you are watching and working in SQL Server, same concept, little bit name here and there file, but concepts ekdam just same. Okay, so maybe any other, maybe our document database also. You name it, any database, the concept, you are going to just relate this thing. Such an important part is this for the career. Okay, definitely career is admin, not only Oracle, any database admin part I'm talking about. Okay, maybe MongoDB, maybe Cassandra, any new name you can just put, you'll get the flavor of it. Okay, so the next part, sir, okay, parameter file, but is there any other name we are using in this industry other than parameter file? So just like we used to have synonym, right? One word we can just refer by different word also. Okay, one maybe in English cloud, in Hindi badal, in different language different. So same thing, same here also we are having different name. The moment we are writing those names, we are referring to this parameter file only. What is that? So again, we are introducing a couple of new words related to parameter file. What is that? What the new name we are referring to? One is init parameter, okay? Ultimately referring the same thing. So don't think that it's different. Let me just a second. Let me make it right here. Init parameter file. What else? Static parameter file. So you can say here a little bit subcategory. Third, dynamic what else? Last one. So same thing, definitely little difference will be there. Okay. Init parameter file, same thing. Ultimately, we are saying parameter file. Static parameter file, parameter file. Dynamic. So these are different categories. P file, ultimately, we are referring to parameter file. P stand for parameter. P file. SP file, ultimately, what is this S? So we will come to know. But ultimately, so far, what we have learned, ultimately, we are referring to the same thing with all these 4, 5 names. If somebody is referring any one of it, you can just assume that one file is there that is being used by the database while starting it up. That's it. Again, I'm repeating. This is these files referring to the 1, 2, 3, 4. It is referring to parameter file. Purpose of this parameter file is when we are starting database, this is the very first thing is being read, and based on that, database will start. If this file is missing, you will not able to start the database. I repeated this 3, 4 times, keeping in mind the importance of it. What else? What else question could be related to that? Sir, but how we will able to check whether in which location this file is there? A file is there, definitely some location will be there, but how we will come to know? Question. So what is, you might be thinking that, okay, let it be, why to know this? Why to know this? There are so many files are there in Oracle or any other softwares. Are you just going and checking all the files? No. But handful of files we should know, keeping in mind if some issues will be there, you are the person, you are the man who will fix it. How to fix it? If you not know this, you're not able to fix it. That is the reason we have to know the location of the file. Now, question. But sir, file means definitely something will be there into this. Just like you said, data file is having users data. This is also file. So ultimately, as I mentioned, and the same thing I'm repeating here right now also, that we are having different type of file. Maybe in KB, one file may be in several terabyte. Okay, several terabyte also. Again, each and every file, depending on the name, they have their own role and responsibility. The role and responsibility of this parameter file is it will start while, yes, it will read while starting the database. What will be the content of it? 3, 4 content I'm saying, and that is enough for you guys to feel it, what is there inside it. And it's very, very common question in the interview also. Now, inside this parameter file, few information, handful of information out of top few, what will be or what is the name of database, where it is defined, where it is written in this file only initially. And after that, that control file is definitely going to have with this. So number one. Number two, what will be the location of control file? We know what is control file. It is going to take the status of our database, what is what. So that information is going to be here. We are having different type of your file, undo and all those kind of this thing. We are going to have that undo information here. That means one file. Okay, this is file. This is the thing, name of the something called so-called tablespace. There is a very much similarity. There is a relation between this thing. So one something called undo. What else? What is the block size? There, because it's a file, right? So each and every file they're having the block size. Some size is there, smallest unit kind of thing. What is the size of that smallest unit, the block size, where you are going to put, you will be putting here. What is the memory? Because we are starting the database, right? Database buffer cache or some. So what is the memory for your database? Where it is defined? It is defined here only. Okay. So these are the few basic information I shared. That is database name, memory, the undo, the control file location with name. These things will be there in this. Without that, we will not be able to start the database. Apart from that, many things are there. I'm not going to. We'll see on due course of time. But these are very critical, very important information. So when database will start, how come it will know that I have to acquire maybe 5 GB of memory, RAM under SGA? How? It's defined in this parameter file only. What is going to be the name of database? Where it is defined? It is defined here itself. So these are very critical thing. And once it will read, once database up, after that if you remove the file also, no issues. Database will be up, means it's already up and running. But again, next time when you shut down, well and good. Again start, if the file is missing, you not. So such an important this file is. So hope it's clear the parameter file mainly is why it is needed. Basic idea, some information at least you guys have already received. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, now, apart from this, okay, the location and all those. So right now, I'm going to show you guys the location of it. Just like in last session, we have discussed the location of listener file. So this is another location we need to, and we are crystal clear now what is the purpose of that listener file and all those. Okay, if that file, if you need to do any configuration and all those, so that file is very much needed. So same way, if you want to change the memory size, suppose, if you want to change the memory size, where you are going to change? You are going to change in this file, parameter file. So that's what we need to know, where this location is. And I'm just going to show you all. So hope you all are able to see it. Let me increase the size a little bit. The reason I'm showing right now is just we can change in this fashion. Okay, those who don't know, for them. Then we have to go and give the size. Give OK. You can save it if you want to make it permanent. So no need to just go, and you will able to see that now the sizes increase. And now clear means we are clearing the screen. Then PS minus here. This thing that already it's running. So we have to set the environment SHA. Now, there are different ways to find out. Okay, either you can remember it because this is the standard location. This file is going to be there. So let us first find out the very basic way to find out the location. Always remember, and again, this is one new thing we are going to learn right now. And that new thing is the location for parameter file will be Oracle Home. What is Oracle Home? Oracle Home is the location where Oracle software is available. So under Oracle Home, further somewhere we have to go. Where I'll be means I'm showing you. So how to go to Oracle Home? How we will remember this? Oracle Home was what I already mentioned here. This is Oracle Home. One way is this. Okay, which database you are working. It may happen that here we have couple of databases, right? It may happen that you have 4 databases. 2 is on 12 version. There's 2 databases in 12 version. Maybe third database is in 19 version. Fourth database is in 11 version. So is it possible to have 3 different versions of database in one particular server operating system? Yes, it's very much possible. Okay, so here we are very much clear that the database what we are using, known as SHA, is having the location. Home is this. Home is the software location is this. And the new thing we are learning right now, I'm showing you, at one go, you can able to go to reach to that location, the home location. Earlier we have seen what? CD, then copy, paste, then go. So right now, CD, this $, Oracle Home. See? At one go, I went to the home. Sir, this is why this way. What is this $, Oracle Home, and this? For you guys to start with, you can think this is the way to go there. That's it. Later on, you'll come to know what is the environment means, what this particular, why this $, and what the environment variable and all those. Slowly we will come to know. I don't want to just put everything at one go. So just to what we have learned, we have to go to the location CD Oracle Home. And under that, the purpose what we are trying to discuss now is we are trying to discuss that how to go to the location of the parameter file. Under that, there is a folder is DBS, what I have typed. But sir, how you'll come to know that you are learning same way I have learned? Can it be in different location? Default? No. This is a standard. Hit enter. And how to check what all are the file available here? ls-ltr. We all know what is ls-ltr. And under that, if you guys remember the picture here, for sake of saying, we will be saying all 1, 2, 3. But ultimate 4 and 5 is the typical name you'll be getting in this DBA. So actual name will be 4 and 5. All 1, 2, 3 is sake of referring it. Now, SP file I said, right? Let me reduce the screen size a little bit less, so it will be coming on the same line to avoid little confusion. So let me reduce it further. Or let me just duplicate one, another session I'm opening. Same is going to be same size because I have, anyways, so let me close it, and I'm reducing the font size a little bit for our own convenient. So here what I'm doing up here is, instead of 28, I'm giving 24. Okay, so it might, is it coming a little bit okay? Yeah, so it's good. So many files are there. How to find out which one is the parameter file? These are the very I'm just keeping myself 14, 15 years back. On that, whatever was the mindset on that, I'm just trying to explain it to you. Okay, so you guys will not able to feel here and there. If you're feeling it, you can just repeat, just watch this recording, or in the YouTube, you'll able to just get it. And here you'll able to see SP file. If it's for database, how it will come to SP file? That means parameter file. It is for database X, Y, G, SHA. Which database SP file is? It will end with name of the database. So what it indicates that SP file is there. This one, which I have selected, that SP file is basically for SHA database. Now, if 2 or 3 or 4, some other database will be there, what will happen? For that, another SP file will be there. 10 database, 10 SP file will be there. If 1 or 2 missing, some problem is there. So I'm not going to just go into this. We are using SP file for SHA database, and this is available. So hope this thing is clear. You might be thinking, but sir, you said that you need some parameter file. All are related. Let us understand one by one. If this is clear, that will also be clear on the course of time. Okay. Now, what I wanted to, so I will change or I will remove this file. And I'm requesting you guys don't remove it, okay? Because if you do something, the entire thing will be in mess. So you don't do practice. Whoever have that cloud access, don't do practice. Just watch it. This thing, okay? Now, I'm going to just change the name to maybe something. How to change the name? Then we have learned MV. This is old file name. I'm giving underscore backup underscore today date 17 June 21. If you see now, that file, SP file got changed to backup. So actually for a database, this file is gone because name got changed because it is having some naming standard. If you change the name, you'll not able to find out. That is the means again, it's a learning for us. Name you cannot give XYG. There is a standard. While creating database, software will or used to give the name, and this is the name what I have changed now. If I changed, already changed, next time it is going to throw a message saying this file is missing because it is just written in the standard format. It will go and check that name. If it will not find, it is gone. You will not able to start the database. But sir, now it's already starting. Is there any effect? No. Everything will be, because this file is being used only and only when you are starting the database. Let me shut down and start again, and you will able to see the difference. we all know why we are doing this, right? Shut down. We all know what is the command to shut down. It's shut down. And now I'm going to start the database. And if it will give error, means to start the database, parameter file is needed, must. See this error carefully. Failure in processing system parameter. Okay, as I mentioned, parameter file, right? See, it's a parameters. Okay, parameter file. Name of the thing is it is searching for this. As per standard, this is the name it should be, and it is missing. Now here might be confusion, but name is saying init SHA, but the name was SP file something. Is it both are same? Yes, it is referring to related file only. Okay, there is a different slight difference. You will come to know as I mentioned earlier, but it is searching for this file. If is missing, already missing, how to take it back? Though I have just changed the name, I'm going to change back to the original name. I'm going to change the file name back to the original name, and again I'll start. I exit. I give MV. So what I'm doing, I'm doing reverse. Space. And while doing, if I'll do small typo, it won't work. Same name should be there. Aura. Now let's see. Now you guys may be feeling why we have learned ls minus LTR, why we have learned RM in last month. So these are the basic, and the same basic thing here we are using. So here it came back to the original name. And now go and just now I'm just giving startup. See what it proves. It proves that the parameter file is the key through which you will start the database. Else you will not able to start it. So coming back to our this one, such an important part is this. And few small commands are there that will help us to understand the memory part. Say for example, memory. Sir, how to find out? You ask us a question saying that if somebody will ask us memory, or here itself while starting it saying, see, database buffer cache. What size is there? See, this much is taking. Read buffer, what is the size? See, here itself you are getting it. But you can ask, but sir, this came when we are starting the database. But we are not starting database just to check memory, correct? Because database maybe 1 year, 2 year, maybe it's keep running. If it is down for maybe with proper planned way. So this way is not going to work. So definitely some other ways are there. Handful of ways are there. One of the ways so SGA. We all know what is SGA now, at least. You can just take the picture back to which part is SGA. See, system global area, this one, the memory part, right? The moment you gave all the, see, same information, you got it. Is it very tough? No, maybe new small thing. If you keep using it, it will be much more easier. We spend only what, maybe 12, 13 hours, something. Having zero knowledge till this one. So this is pretty much for today. Hope you guys are at least getting something. Okay. Again, any question you can put in the comment. My team will get back to you. Okay. I can feel that. Okay, from nowhere in these. Maybe if you are from core IT, still this is totally new for you. So maybe you are from core IT, arts, commerce. Everybody in the same page now, at least. And somebody just watching it now, maybe you can go through the basic session and the thing will be much more easier for you guys if you have interest in this. So I'm right now stopping the screen, and that's it for today, guys. And whoever is there, you can join. If you have any doubt, that Zoom link is already there in the WhatsApp group. You can just connect. So that's it. Thank you.